Hey everybody, this is Keith. I've got another bike review video, and I don't know why I haven't done this one sooner. This is one of my personal bikes, a 2002 Honda VFR800. I bought this new as a leftover in 2003, and since then I've put 111,000 miles on it. This is my 13th season with it, and it's been a real outstanding bike for me. I'm hoping that this video can be helpful for people who are maybe relatively new owners of a VFR800, or who are considering buying a used one, or maybe buying one of the new Interceptors that Honda released a few years ago. I want to talk to you about some of the things that have gone wrong with the bike, as well as things that have been perfect, and some of the modifications that I've made. So just to start with the things that have failed on me. Again, 111,000 miles, 13 years of ownership, and I've only had a couple of issues with it at all. And those have been really electrical. And the VFR has kind of known as having a weak electrical system in spots. The first thing I really had with it was a wiring harness under the seat that failed, and that was under recall, so that was replaced. And then I had the stator and the regulator rectifier replaced, and that was done twice. The first time that happened was in 2005, and then it happened again around 2014. It's 2016 now. So just twice over all those years. It's not too bad. The other thing that went out was the O2 sensor. That was a relatively simple fix. That was probably almost 10 years ago, more than that. Otherwise, it's been a very reliable bike. I've just followed the maintenance requirements in terms of changing the oil regularly. For me, it's every 5,000 miles. I'll put chain and sprockets on it every 20 to 25,000 miles. And that's really it. I mean, change the coolant sometimes, flush the brake fluid, clutch fluid sometimes. It's really more or less just changing the oil. This thing just keeps going and going. Other than that, I haven't had any problems with it at all. It's been super reliable. So let me show you a couple of modifications that I've made. And if we bring the camera in, they were really around comfort for me. So the first thing I learned pretty quickly was to replace these handlebars. These are Heli bars. I replaced the factory clip-ons with these. And when I got the bike initially, I had a hard time riding it for even an hour before I got really uncomfortable. The Heli bars, just that little extra lift really, and bringing it closer to you really helps tremendously. Going along with that, I also replaced the seat, and I put a Sargent seat on it relatively quickly. The big thing with this is it's got a wider spot for your butt, and it just provides more support. It's probably about the same level of firmness, but just that extra support allows you to really ride all day long. And I've done many, many long distance rides on it. I turned this bike into really an iron butt ride. I did the 24-hour rally one time. I've done the Saddle Sore 1000. I've done the Bun Burner Gold, which is the 1,500 miles in 24 hours. And I have to say, this bike was extremely comfortable between the seat and the Heli bars. A couple other things I did up front were I put heated grips underneath the grips, actually, these heated elements. Those were from Dual Star. Those only lasted a few years. They really kind of work intermittently now. I added these BMW grips as well, and I like those for comfort. The other thing I added was this Vista Cruise cruise control, just a throttle lock, and that's worked pretty well. It takes a little bit of a relief from your hands for a long ride. Other than that, if we go walk around to the back, I mean, you can see this bike even has the stock exhaust, the stock mufflers, which have worked fine. I haven't had to do any other replacement of things. The bike comes standard with a center stand, which is really ideal for doing some maintenance on your bike, chain and sprockets, things like that. Other than that, as I walk around, I haven't changed anything else on it. It's really pretty much a stock bike. So if you are looking to get one of these bikes, I think you'd be well served. They're pretty reasonable on the used market. A little bit about the maintenance. I change the oil every 5,000 miles on it, and I've been using Rotella T, the 15W40 motor oil. I've used that from the beginning. It's been great. The bike doesn't burn any oil at all. I just change the oil on it. With tires, I've had really good luck with Michelin Pilot Road. I started using the original Pilot Roads and went to the 2s and the 3s. They've been a great tire that's had good wear life and excellent handling in twisties. And I've done primarily, actually it's been a mix of sport and touring on this bike. I've taken it on multi-day trips, been gone for a week, took it out to California one time. It's been a great, very comfortable bike. It's got pretty decent power, though it's very heavy. It's over 500 pounds. I've got the ABS model too, which adds even more weight. So it's not the easiest as far as slinging around the garage and picking it up on the center stand. But it handles the weight well. It's very smooth, very comfortable. I think if you're looking for a used VFR800 or you're looking at the new Interceptor, I think you're going to be really happy. The V4 has been in production a long time. It's a very reliable bike. Honda reliability is just legendary. That's been my experience with this bike as well. If you have any questions, just drop them in below and subscribe if you like these kind of videos. And thanks so much for watching.